Here we go.
I've been working on my Corey. Sorry.
Cheers. I'm watching Brew and Flow.
Should we break our coffee table?
No, it was Mike. It sounded like I got lung cancer in that moment.
You break our coffee table?
First of all, what if that broke your coffee table?
Bro, you can't break this. Why?
Read a couple reviews.
You can't break
Read
this.
a couple reviews.
It's unbreakable.
Read a couple reviews. That man can break a lot of things.
You can break a lot of things, but you can't break this table.
If you do that again, I'm taking away your allowance for
Corey, what are we drinking today?
Today we've got Breckenridge Brewery Hop Peak IPA. This is a complex and aromatic with notes of citrus and pine. Ooh, pine? No thank you, but apparently tastes good.
Jepson's Mohr, the finest liqueur in all the land.
That's a fact. That's a Chicago fact, at least.
I feel like
Yeah, give me a little topper.
Apparently I don't know how. I used to be a bartender.
There we go. Yeah, you were shortchanging me. My
You would have come back up and
the
complained.
Bedards, you know the Bedards? She was
Of course,
my,
Candace,
my
yeah.
woman of honor.
Yep, mhm.
Her grandpa ran a, well, we went to it. We went to the bar that her grandpa owned.
great bar. I got
Mohr.
real dry. I had
And he
30
used to
Bud
say,
Lights.
that
Yeah.
cheap bastard used to say, the money's in the foam. He would fill them up with foam.
He probably also like put water in the bathroom soap.
Probably, bro.
Cheers. Hey. Jesus. You were such a loud gulper.
I am. Glunk, glunk.
I feel like you and I know your esophagus better than I know you.
For real, dude.
Yeah.
Also disturbing.
Yeah, that sounded sexual in nature, didn't it?
A little bit.
He's over here doing HR stuff.
She's our HR director.
Yeah.
A lot of complaints.
A lot of complaints.
Here's what this beer looks like. Colorado in a glass.
That's a beauty, dude.
Yeah, nice job, dude.
Looks good. Give it a huff.
Imagine being a pretentious f*** that
It's insane.
seriously sits there and goes,
You know what I was gonna say? What? And says Dippa.
well, okay. Sometimes, you drink 7 to 8 tall dippas.
What's a Dippa?
Double IPA.
You call them Dippas now?
That's what the... That's fair. Shut up! Hey!
Peanut gallery over here.
I'm getting notes of pine tree from like the northwestern tip of Colorado.
Nobody cares, Sean.
You think we'll be invited to any beer events next year?
Is that Blue Fern? Low.
It really does taste like the woods.
Yeah, it tastes like licking mud. It's not true.
Softball me up.
And what are we eating today, Mr. Sean?
Today we got Kroger brand self-rising crust. This is their 3-meat pizza, and here's where Sean's got a couple things to say.
Oh boy.
The sausage is made with pork and chicken, and the pepperoni is made with pork, chicken, beef, and ground beef.
Whoa, what?
Read the red strip.
Why'd they make it so big, bro? Hide that in some smaller print.
Why is it like the biggest thing on the box?
Yeah, well that's not true and you know that, but I'm not.
Why is it like the second biggest thing on the box?
I'd go as far as to
Why
say
is it the fourth or fifth? All right, so they ground up every possible animal,
Bro,
to make this meat on this pizza.
I don't think people should be able to say the words chicken sausage.
They shouldn't.
I think sausage is such a comes from a specific animal and it ain't coming from no chickens.
I know. And God, they sell chicken sausage like wildfire at grocery stores too.
Yeah, bro, get out of here with that. But I will say this, since Mariano's commented on the last, and that's a Kroger brand, and since
Right,
they commented
it is.
on our last video and said thanks for shopping there, I will say I love this, and I'm excited to try this fine, delicious branded meal from you fine folks at Mariano's/Kroger's. Please share our stuff.
Seconded.
The hell was that?
Or don't, I don't care, obviously.
You probably
clearly.
don't care, do you? This kind of looks like DiGiorno.
It does. Bro, it looks exactly like DiGiorno.
I'm worried about
I bet they bought this, the brands, the Kroger brands and all that jazz, they just buy from the bigger brands. It's the same producers.
They do.
I bet this is DiGiorno, but just packaged through Kroger branding.
I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna try to be as positive as I can. I don't think I'm gonna like this.
I bet it's still decent.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh yeah, it ain't bad to me.
It's decent. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is pretty good frozen pizza.
It's weird, it like defies science. Like, it looks like it's gonna be so much breadier, and it's kind of not.
It's not, it's pretty fluffy bread.
What happens in my gullet for that to happen? Like, why does that, my brain goes, yeah, you're fine.
Sauce isn't too bad, cheese isn't too bad. I do wish there was less bread. Toppings are good.
You know what, look at this. There's so little sauce on this pizza.
Yeah, smart. That's the worst part of the pizza. You know what the best part of pizza? Toppings, the sausage and pepperoni.
Yeah.
Cover it with that, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, not too bad.
We both worked at Kroger.
That's true.
My dad worked at Kroger. He provided for our family by working at Kroger. He wasn't like a bag boy. He like was a manager of a meat
That would be hilarious. Not only was I a grocery bagger, but my first script I ever wrote.
Oh, wow.
My first 2 concepts that I ever wrote, my first 2 short films that I wrote, or sketches, I wrote while bagging groceries at Kroger's. And then my first movie was based about a character who was a grocery bagger in his mid-20s.
It's just such a job that everyone can relate to. Mm-hmm. Like, that was one of my first jobs, and like, you know what? I feel like for an American citizen, you should have to bag groceries for like just a month.
Bro.
It really makes you think.
You ever get yelled at?
Constantly. Working at a grocery store is so stressful for no money.
You had sexual intercourse with a coworker on top of the produce that we sell to the public.
I f***ed her with a parsnip last week.
That took guts. I'm promoting you.
You got a lot of problems, don't you?
Did you ever bag groceries, or did you only work in the other department?
Started bagging, then I got promoted to be a stock boy, and then I got to work in the frozen food section to stock, which was a promotion. Then I worked with my dad in the meat cutting, and then I got promoted to assistant dairy manager when I was 17.
That's pretty, that shows you the talent level they're dealing with.
Yeah, but I should have stopped trying.
Did you put some Sixer sauce on this?
Yeah, I had
Me too.
to.
I'm gonna tell you 2 things.
Uh-huh.
One, and this is a memory that I haven't thought in a long time, but I'm gonna spout it out now.
Yeah.
When I left for the military, the amount that they tried to convince me, they were like, so here's the thing, if you go to the military, apparently there's some law that your job has to be waiting for you when you get back.
Okay.
Like when I signed up for active duty,
Right.
they have to basically say like, you can have this job when you get back.
Right.
And they tried so hard, like I was like, I'm quitting. And they're like, why? And I'm like, I'm going to the Air Force. I'm got boot camp here soon. And they go, well, if you want your job back, bagging groceries for when you get done, I'm like, nah, I'm assuming, cause I'm doing that to pay for college, so I'm gonna be good. And they're like, you really should keep this. This is, they like, were really pushing like.
They wanted you to have like a furlough almost. It was like, you'll come back.
Bro, the amount, the effort that they put into getting me to agree to be a 22, 23-year-old grocery bagger. And I'm like, you guys, do not keep a spot for me. I promise you, if I go to the military for 4 years, I'm not coming back and bagging groceries. Story 2 is when I got yelled at.
Yeah, what was that?
There's not really much to the story. Just, you ever have someone come in? I had someone go to the car, come back, and scream at me because I put too much. In my head, I'm going, let me really fill these bags up,
right?
So they have less trips from the car to their home.
That's smart.
I had someone, I'm 16 at the time. I had someone go to their car and walk back and go, you don't know how to bag groceries. And I was like, huh? Like in the middle of the store and be like, you filled my bags up way too much. And like I'm not kidding you, bro. They lost their mind on me. Like imagine.
In front of the store, right? Everyone's looking.
Dead ass in front of the store, like screaming.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. How much groceries you put in those bags? And I was like, I'm 16. And I was like, I'm sorry. And I didn't say anything. And they walked away. And I just remember the person waiting in line goes, that guy's got some issues in his life. And I was like, oh, thank God someone knows that is. Because I really felt like it was my fault.
That's so wild, especially when you're like.
Did you ever have anything like that?
I mean, I definitely had some instances. Here's what I do. I bury those memories where you are like, you have such a like, your brain doesn't forget anything. Sometimes people will bring things up and I'll go, I remember it like it was yesterday now that you said it, but man, do I bury memories, dude. Because like, if something bad happens, I go, I don't want to remember that.
Honestly, that memory was buried until we started talking about bagging groceries.
You know what's funny about it too?
God, they freaked out on me. I mean, screamed.
They don't
in my face.
I don't know if your Ohio Kroger did this, my Michigan Kroger. They don't give you any sort of training. You just kind of start bagging groceries.
I watched a video. I watched about a 15-minute video.
I don't know if it's because I was like nepotism of like my dad worked at Kroger and he was like, my son's gonna work here now.
And they were also maybe like, you're putting the things in the bag.
Yeah.
Right?
But like I was like common sense of like, you know, don't put the eggs in the bottom, don't put frozen stuff in with whatever. when I started bagging groceries, it was kind of like what I assume would be the right way to do it, which probably sounds insane that like it's like common sense. But when you're 15, I think I started working there when I was like 14.
Yeah.
Because in Michigan, you could start working at 13.
15 and a half we could start working,
We were
in Ohio.
13.
That's crazy.
So there were 13-year-olds bagging groceries. 13-year-olds are like, isn't that like 7th grade? How is that legal?
That's because they got all the car factories up in Detroit. They needed the little kids' fingers to get into the small spots. So I give them some 13-year-olds put these spark plugs in.
That's so funny, like, but then we both worked there and didn't know that because we didn't know each other until our 20s. Mm-hmm. That's so funny.
Imagine screaming like, dude.
I can't imagine that. That probably.
So I think about it, I'm like, that person's probably like not that much older than I am now.
Right.
Like maybe 40.
Right.
Imagine screaming at a 16-year-old.
I can't imagine confronting a worker of a place unless it was like
It'd have to be so next level.
the amount they'd have to do something wrong. Like at a grocery store, no way. A minimum wage worker, which when we were growing up was what, $6.50 an hour? Was it less? $5.50 an hour?
There was a 5 in there, so it was either $5.45 or $5.65.
Imagine that.
But it was $5 and some change an hour.
Imagine that. Imagine making $5 an hour.
What was going on in that person's life?
They had to have had so much going on.
Hey man, you think you can open more than one register? There's like 1,000 people here.
There's supposed to be 3 registers open, for God's sakes.
I forgot in this episode we actually ate some pizza.
Yeah, what was this about?
I don't know. All right, before we go ahead and thumbs up or thumbs down this pizza. Cameo shout out, cameo shout out, cameo shout out. Corey and Sean are on cameo.com/number6 with cheese if you want a ridiculous shout out. If you want a sincere shout out, if you just want to let us run with it, we'll give you a shout out, $19. Awesome that we're on there. It's normally for like celebrities, but now you get mega celebrity. So sign up. We've done a bunch of them recently. It's been super fun. We've done them for people's birthdays. We've done them for people's like weight loss journeys,
Bosses.
60th birthdays. Like we've done them like honestly for so many different things, even in our young journey of only doing this for the last few months. So if you want a fun shout out for like the new year or something like that, cameo.com/number6 with cheese. Also, we publish all of our previous ones. So if you want to go watch just more Corey and Sean
fun
content, it's just like us in the car, us hanging out doing them. So yeah, sign up. It helps the show. You get a fun thing.
Will you shut up, man?
Man,
I'm flat out feeling it.
yeah, I'm feeling it too.
These shots of Malort have been doing me right.
Eric McCluskey over there, drum roll please. Thank you, sir. Nice. Thumbs up or thumbs down on whether or not you enjoyed. Corey, if you think the Sixers should buy this Kroger pizza, it's a self-rising.
Hold on, this might have an impact on this.
Yeah, the price. Why do you always have
Sorry.
so much cash?
My weed dealer only lets me pay in cash.
There's the answer. He doesn't take
Card.
Venmo.
Yeah, I didn't take card yet.
Weed is legal in the city, and this dude's still buying from a guy in an alleyway.
Oh my god. Oh my
I'm
god.
really worried now.
So this has nothing to do with the Kroger's, but the Tino's Pizza
From last week.
was less than the Tino's Pizza Rolls.
Oh wow.
Anyways, Kroger's Pizza, that's $4.99. That's pretty damn good.
Damn, dude. That is. I mean, they're net. Normally, when you get frozen pizza and it's $5 or less, it's not even in a box.
No, it's just in plastic.
In a
It's like,
cardboard
remember with the
circle.
cereal that would just come
Exactly.
just in a bag?
Like
We were one of those families.
Lucky-O's.
My family had the Tupperware.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Tupperware that had
Yeah,
the plastic?
it
lid?
reminds me of Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
That's what he used? Mm-hmm. That's what we had. We had the Tupperware cereal box that we would take the cereal bags.
Oh, I remember.
And dump them into the box.
I remember that
I just
world.
wouldn't let my friends see it if they came over.
Yeah.
Because I'd get roasted.
Like Apple Jacks were Apple-O's, like Fruit Loops were like Produce Loops.
I learned a lot
Ew.
about, cost per ounce. My dad was big on cost per
He
ounce.
sure was.
You have crumb on your... Nope, other side. Yep. No, yeah. The great thing about the smack, and I've said this before, is if your hand misses it, the ripple gets it. The ripple will launch it into the atmosphere.
One day, YouTubers will be able to afford such a slow-mo camera that when I slap my face, you'll see the crumb. All right, I think has he been playing the drum the whole time?
Sorry, right? Tired. Oh, you went down.
Even for $5,
Tell me why you went down. I want to hear that before I tell you why I liked it.
So even for $5, I think that the breading, like the thickness, there's way more bread than ingredients in anything else on this pizza. Like this is just so like, oh, we can sell this for $5 because like it's just all yeast and wheat. And I don't think the flavor was good enough. Like if you were in a predicament where you didn't have some sort of ranch or hot sauce, this would be so not worth your time. And here's the other thing, because of all the pizzas we've had, this is a skippable one for me. I do like the price. I will say, most frozen pizzas now are way too overpriced. That almost made me give it a thumbs up, but I'm just gonna go no.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna say the things that you are saying are the things that I heard you say before you took a bite. And then once we took bites, I felt like you changed and you were like, because I feel like you started off being like, this looks way too bready, and then you bit it and I was like, actually this is pretty good, and then you were like, after you bit it, you were like, this is pretty good, and then I took you down this long line of Kroger talk, and I think you forgot.
That might have happened.
I actually thought that was pretty good. I do agree that it is still too much bread, regardless of whether it's good or not. I think it's still a little too much bread, but I think the flavor kind of overcame the bread. I think it ended up being all right, and especially for the price, man, it just depends on where you are in your life.
That's exactly what it is.
If you're a college kid,
that's exact. Oh my God. $5, yes.
If you're an adult and you have like a decent job, bro, just spend the extra money and get the better pizza.
Yeah.
But if you're a college kid who's looking like, if there was a category that was like best trash frozen pizzas,
right?
This might be the best. No offense, Mariano's, if you guys are commenting on this video and willing to share this.
If they think this is the best pizza, then they're just delusional.
This is pretty damn good. Trash frozen pizza. This is top of the line trash.
I guess that's not where my barometer was.
Right.
That's all true.
Yeah.
I didn't think, are we basing this on trash ass pizzas? I should have, because of the price tag.
You know what it is?
So here's what it is. Take his advice today and not mine.
No, you know, here, let me tell you where it is.
Okay.
I think that it's easy to project ourselves onto anybody.
Yeah, of course.
And so if I'm projecting onto our audience, I'm projecting my trash self.
But I think you should.
Onto this audience.
Yeah.
And that you then would be projecting your butler self.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dead on.
So you're like,
that's dead on.
Bro, I'm doing well. Are you gonna cross section?
I don't like how much crust there is on this. Look at this. Look at this. That is the edible part.
Dude, if they sold, you
know what I mean? Look at this.
Seinfeld?
Look at this. This is all.
Only tops?
This is, yeah, it's like the muffin thing. Top of the muffin to you.
Top of the muffin to you?
This is literally.
Get those crusts out of here.
Look at all the trash. This is all the pizza
Trash.
you don't need.
Garbage.
But to your point, for $5, you can cut all that off.
Yeah, it's true.
And I'm fine with that.
Bro, but dude, imagine if they just pre-cut this for you and sold it for $4.
I would.
Then it would be, bro.
Both my thumbs would be up your ass.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No, that's a very good point. That is, I mean, dude.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I was gonna say, show them
this pile of crust.
I'm even gonna elevate the camera. Look at like
unused. No one wants to eat this whole. Bro, this could feed a whole village of homeless, dude. Tent City under a couple of bridges in Chicago could feast for a week on this, dude. Like, that's too much. That's too much.
That's all it really is. It's when the crust is like only crust. There's no like flavoring. There's no like benefits to it.
The crust is trash.
Dude, this actually looks incredible to me.
This actually
look at this,
bro.
Hold on, whoa, let's
You may
focus.
have started a new genre of frozen pizza that is gonna change the game, but you know, you've had a couple of great ideas that I think people haven't really put into the production world yet.
Into the ether?
And I think this is one of them. I think crustless pizza is the next step in the frozen food evolution. So guess what? You guys are part of an audience that gets to watch the evolution of pizza here in front of you. The rest of the world may not have caught up yet, but it's coming soon.
If the number 6 with cheese, if the companies that watch these videos want to collab with Corey and Sean on a frozen pizza, it would be the crustless pizza.
The crustless
We care
pizza,
way less about the bread and way more about the meat and potatoes,
That's
which is the inner 80% of the pizza. Get at us.
That's a fact.
Here's our email address. Like, we'll be literally waiting for you to email us.
Fact.
And we're gonna be waiting. We have like lives.
I'm waiting.
That was super fun.
Too long of a video.
It was too long of a video, but at the same time, we dictate the world and the realm that we live in.
Yeah.
You start your own YouTube channel and don't take on investors so you can do whatever you want.
Here's the trick. If you want to edit the shorter videos, you got to edit the first videos. Because the drunker we
That's
get.
a really good point. We just talk and talk.
The drunker we get.
I'm gonna be yapping. Sure. I'll have a drink.
Breckenridge, not bad. Keep it up.
Colorado makes good beers. It's gotta be top 5 state of beer.
Dow, probably.
What was that first thing you said? Dow.
Okay, my mama don't dance, daddy don't rock and roll. I don't know where I got it from, cause I love to do both. I had too much to dream, I need a tinier dose. I always go with my gut, yeah, I don't go with the flow. Yeah, I'm inspired. This feel like a cool breeze, ice cube campfire. Go bring in the soul choir.
Dow, probably.